Thank you for watching the video of our midterm business plan. I'm Tomoya Maruoka, CEO of ENECHANGE. This is the executive summary of our midterm plan. In the first section, we illustrated our ENECHANGE 2.0 strategy. The strategy is fundamentally a two-tier growth strategy. In the first floor, we present growth as a platform for electric distribution, and the second floor is the future growth in the EV charging business. As ENECHANGE 2.0, we have made it clear that our focus would shift from revenue growth to growth in operating cash flow and ROE. The second section explains our platform strategy, which we will go through later. Lastly, as a financial target, we announced a plan of 9 times profit growth over 3 years. More specifically, we project the adjusted EBITDA to reach 1.25 billion JPY by FY27. The reason that we use adjusted EBITDA as the target is because M&A is one of our strategic pillars. Currently, the difference between operating income and EBITDA is minimal, about 20 to 30 million JPY, due to the past M&A growth goodwill amortization. The future M&A activities may affect the goodwill amortization amount. That's why we use the EBITDA as the target. First, let's look at ENECHANGE itself. The ENECHANGE serves as a driving force in GX and DX as an energy tech company. Our business focus is to support the carbon neutrality. The TAM of our company alone exceeds 540 billion Japanese yen, with a total TAM approximately 2.7 trillion Japanese yen when combined with the domain of our joint venture, Mirai's ENECHANGE. As an energy tech company, we serve as a platformer offering GX and DX solutions, focusing on the energy vertical. Through the solutions, we provide solutions that help reduce energy costs as well as environmental costs in Japan. As I mentioned, the ENECHANGE 2.0 growth strategy is two-tiered. The first tier focuses on growth as an energy distribution platformer, and the second tier centers on the future growth of EV charging business. As per written in the focus box in the right side, the focuses for the first tier is on the growth of operating cash flow rather than revenue. Additionally, we aim to cover the entire energy distribution value chain more comprehensively and deeply through our solutions. Financially, we are targeting a 9-fold profit growth by controlling costs and increasing recurring revenues, mainly from existing solutions. If you look at the bottom of the chart, the enablers supporting this strategy are listed. Basically, there are no changes from what we announced last September, but we added a box mentioning in the far right capital allocation and ROE and ROIC. Taking into account the significantly improved balance sheet from the 100-day plan last year, we will implement capital allocation with a focus on ROE and ROIC. Let's look at the difference between the ENECHANGE 1.0 and 2.0. The mission and the value have been maintained from the ENECHANGE 1.0. However, we will transition from a sales focus approach to profit, free cash flow, and quality-driven investment strategy. In the next section, we will deep dive into the platform strategy. But before going to there, I will explain the segmentation classification as a background information. Under the ENECHANGE 2.0, we have decided to consolidate the previous segments into a single segment under the one ENECHANGE concept. The reason for this is mainly reorganization for providing solutions. Previously, the team were divided into 3 teams. the household electricity switching, and corporate energy switching, and the data business. Each organization had the sales and the engineer teams. Though it had its merit, we have revised the organization structure and integrated it into one sales and one product development team, so that we can take an integrated sales approach, and one sales team can cover entire solutions in our platform for both energy companies and the consumers going forward. This, we believe, also helped to increase the productivity of the organization. So now let's look at the detailed explanation of our platform strategy. First, here's the conceptual diagram of our platform vision. Here we want to highlight three things. Firstly, the ENECHANGE stands as an intermediary between energy companies and the consumers. Therefore, we are placed at the center of this chart to illustrate our neutral position. This neutrality enables us to collaborate both major energy companies and the new entrant electricity retailers. The second point is that the small boxes in the middle detail out the solutions we provide. Besides the existing service, such as number one, energy switching, and number two, SaaS and system development, we plan to develop the next number two core system for new entrant electricity retailers, and three, the power procurement service, as well as number four, distributed energy resource solutions. In number four, distributed energy resource solutions, this is the business model where we sell or lease equipment suitable for the demand response, such as batteries or EcoCute in Japan, and subsequently we control the equipment. In the future, this will also include the use and control of EV as a storage battery, such as V2H or V2X. The third aspect is the focus on the amount of the electricity. As stated in the title, the maximizing the amount of electricity, specifically kilowatt hour, as a platformer is important for us. The managing more kilowatt hour reflects the platform's reach and the significance, but it is also important that as the amount we handle grows, the more data the platform accumulates, this creates a positive cycle where the data generates additional value in the service, which enable us to handle even more amount or more kilowatt hour. Hence, the kilowatt hour or electricity amount which is handled by this platform is going to be the key KPI for the platform strategy. From here, we will look at the context of our platform strategy. The solutions we offer through the platform are ultimately intended to advance the 4Ds of energy. And the progress of these 4D is driving changes in the value chain of the energy distribution, specifically from the left, the power supply procurement, demand management, and retail, and customer support or customer management. We have plotted our solutions for each value chain. We believe you will see how our solutions cater to the evolving of the needs and changes in the value chain. So looking at the new solution, which has a small new icon here, I wanted to explain like how this works for the changes in the value chain. For example, the first one, the procurement support. We offer the power procurement support solution to meet the diversification power procurement needs from the retailers. And if you look at the second one, the distributed resource management, providing it to meet the supply demand management needs from the energy company. Also, it offers the consumer. It also offers the cost and the environmental saving to consumers. Even if the saving could go beyond our existing energy switching service. Lastly, the far right one, the development of the core system for the new entrants. We aim to develop the core system which enable the new entrants to operate more efficiently and adopt to the complex billing system and the future like AI enhanced personalized menu. So basically, we want to provide the more flexible, more efficient core system to the new entrant. These services are underpinned by our company's strength, as illustrated in the bottom. The next page have more specific explanation on that. I don't go through all the strengths, but I just wanted to highlight some of the strengths for especially the new solutions we are intending. For the B2, we can utilize our in-house engineers and the track record of our SaaS offering, as well as our neutral position in the industry. Right? And additionally, we could even leverage our joint development capability with our partners. And number 3, the procurement support. Here, our broad customer network among the energy company allow us to understand the needs of the power procurement from each company. For instance, we can understand if one company has needs in the specific area or time for the energy, and another company may have excess energy, so we can match their needs each other over our platform. In addition, since we offer the number one, the energy switching support service, especially through the corporate client, we can understand the customer needs on the demand side, and we can leverage knowledge on it to offer or to suggest the procurement approach to meet the customer demand for the retailers. So in other words, we think the number 3 has potentially the synergy to the number 1 business as well. Lastly, the new solution number 4, distributed energy resource. We can leverage the demand response service that we are currently offering. Additionally, we have been proactively dealing with the data related to the EV business, such as the EV charging spots or EV users. Leveraging such business foundation, we can consider future expansion into the B2H or B2X solutions. So thus, we wanted to emphasize that the new solutions we are planning to release are in line with the industry needs as well as the strength that we have. Finally, here's an explanation of our solutions cash point. Through the 4 solutions area, we are generating both non-recurring and recurring revenue. Particularly, as mentioned at the beginning, recurring revenue that supports the growth of the operating cash flow is key for us. Let's look at the financial target. These are the target figures according to the midterm plan, and we have disclosed them in as much detail as possible. There are 2 main points here. The firstly, adjusted EBITDA written in the bottom is expected to improve significantly from the negative 0.3 billion to 1.25 billion. FY25 would be the year for us turning to profitability at 0.13 billion JPY. From then, we project it to grow 9 times from there. The second point is our profit structure. Our profit model is quite simple. The variable costs are offset by the non-recurring revenue. And if the fixed cost remained constant, any increase in the recurring revenue contribute to the profit growth. In fact, the fixed costs are streamlined to about 2.6 from the 2.8 in FY25, as you can see in the fixed cost line. And they are expected to remain stable. Hence, the recurring revenue grows at approximately 9%, 15% per annum, will entirely contribute to the profit. And the next page, this page shows the profit build-up. As mentioned in the previous page, the primary contribution to the profit increase comes from the growth of the recurring revenue in the electricity switching business in the orange box, with an additional several billion JPY profit in the either system development for the new entrants or the new solutions, enable us to reach to the 1.25 billion. So this target of 1.25 billion is developed through our internal bottom-up calculation. Hence, the management team, including me, commits fully on this level. And moreover, if, as you can see in the right side, an upside beyond this are existing, that mainly the contribution from the new solution even further, and as well as the M&A. It is important that the M&A is the upside on top of the management commit line. Even though we call it upside, however, we have an internal M&A team working on this target, so we will definitely try to have some transaction over the 3 years, and hence we aim to surpass the 1.25 target level. The following 2 pages will explain how we achieve this orange box, which is one of the most critical driver. First, here's a macro view of the switching market. Out of the domestic electric demand of 900 billion kilowatt hour, new entrant electricity retailers provide approximately like 20% of the market, which is 180 billion kilowatt hour. Our share in this switching, because our main customers are the new entrants, our market share is about 1.5%, indicating the significant potential growth room for our business. Moreover, the electricity market itself is expected to grow due to the demand from the data center and so on, which is like illustrated here in the top, like +6%. So, and also I wanted to emphasize even our current level of the market share, 1.5%, is not insignificant. If you look at the ranking of the new entrant electricity retailer, the approximate our kilowatt hour handled through our platform, 2.5 billion, is positioned around the top 15th. And our future target is double of this amount, is approximately like 5 billion kilowatt hour, which would position us among the current top 5 of the new entrant retailers. This page details the growth lever by segment into the household and corporate. First, we want you to understand the strength of our corporate energy switching business. If you look at the recurring revenue in the bottom, out of the 1.7 billion JPY, 1.1 billion is already derived from the corporate client. Additionally, the growth in the corporate solution has been higher than the household side recently. Looking ahead, we plan to grow both our corporate and the household segments. For the household sector, electricity switching commonly occurs during the moving process. So we will enhance our reach to the customers earlier in the value chain by strengthening like online reach to the people who consider moving and a partnership with the real estate companies. For the corporate side, due to its strong growth in the recent years, we continue to take our strategy to sustain this growth. For the SaaS and the new solutions, this chart outlines the growth drivers as well as the necessary capex or funding. The key here is that we aim to release the core system for the new entrants, as you can see in the 2B part, through collaboration with our partners so that we can manage the capex efficiently and effectively. And regarding the electricity procurement and matching, number 3, the operation have already started from the FY25. So since we can provide this service using our existing network and relationship with energy companies, it has almost zero capex, and it has already begun. So we expect this service will be the first service generating revenue out of the new solutions we are planning to release. For the last solution, number 4, the distributed resource solutions, we plan to realize it by leveraging the collaborative development to control the capex. Next, we'll cover quickly for our second tier of our second floor of our second tier strategy. Our EV charging business has been under a joint venture with Chubu Miraizu since March. And we are targeting profitability through expanding our destination charging infrastructure mainly. Once the JV achieves profitability, we anticipate receiving dividends proportional to our investment. One thing I'd like to add here is that though we pursue the profitability as soon as possible, but even the case there is a loss that in the JV, as you can see in the gray box in the right side, the losses are recorded in the JV. The maximum accumulative loss is capped at 0.55 billion JPY. Finally, we will have brief supplementary information, both like M&A strategy and also the stock option package. We are considering a programmatic M&A, not as a single large-scale acquisition, but continuous M&A, targeting a certain percentage of our market capitalization. The theme within this strategy include acquiring scale advantage through the roll-up M&A or capability acquisition. The focus area for us are aligned with the 4 solution areas that we listed in the midterm plan. Additionally, let's look at the paid stock options. The objective of this paid stock option is 2 things. The first one is to demonstrate the commitment to the midterm plan by the management team, including myself, as well as the next generation leaders. As it is called, the participants bought the options from the company by using their personal funds. The second objective is to use this as a long-term incentive, aligning the shareholder value and executive members' incentives. As you can see in the table here, the vesting of this paid stock option is 40% if the midterm target of 1.25 billion Japanese yen is achieved, which leads to the dilution rate of 2%. The highest dilution rate of roughly 5% only occurs if 2.0 billion is achieved. Although the midterm plan target is 1.25 billion JPY, as shown in the table here, the management team aimed the profit level exceeding 1.25, considering the potential upside. So finally, I wanted to wrap up the main message of the midterm plan. There are 2 things. First one is to establish ourselves as an electricity distribution platformer, offering solutions to cover entire value chain. That's the first strategy for this midterm plan. And second point is to emphasize the growth of the operating cash flow, aiming for more than 9-fold growth within 3 years. So since last September, under my leadership, we have been implementing key corporate actions, and now we released this midterm plan. So now we finally transitioned into the business execution phase. So successfully carrying out this plan and showing the result to the shareholders will be our next mission. So hope we can show the concrete progress in the next quarter's result and so on. So thank you for watching our midterm plan video today, and I appreciate your continued support of ENECHANGE. Thank you very much.